The Adze is a vampiric being in folklore, told by the people of Togo and Ghana. In the wild, the Adze takes the form of a firefly, though it will transform into human shape upon capture. When in human form, the Adze has the power to possess human people, male or female, possessed by an Adze are viewed as witches, Abyssine. The Adze's influence would negatively affect the people who lived around their host. A person is suspected of being possessed in a variety of situations, including women with brothers, especially if their brothers' children fared better than their own, if the young suddenly started dying and the old stayed alive, and the poor, if they envied the rich. The Adze's effects are generally felt by the possessed victim's family or those of whom the victim is jealous. In firefly form, the Adze would travel through keyholes, cracks in walls, or under closed doors at night. Once in the home, it would suck blood from people as they slept, making them fall sick. In the dark of night, a dog barking endlessly, a big bird that keeps on flying, a cold air that lightly touches your skin, and the freakish feeling that someone is watching and following you. What the fuck is that? Perhaps, is it an aswang or asawang is a shape-shifting monster usually possessing a combination of the traits of either a vampire, a gal, a warlock, a witch, or different species of woe-beast in Filipino folklore, or even all of them together. It is the subject of a wide variety of myths and stories. Spanish colonists noted that the aswang was the most feared among the mythical creatures of the Philippines, even in the 16th century. A dybbuk, or dybbuk, in Jewish folklore, is a disembodied human spirit that, because of former sins, wanders restlessly until it finds a haven in the body of a living person. Belief in such spirits was prevalent in the 16th and 17th centuries in Eastern. The word dybbuk is an adaptation of the Hebrew root davek, which means to cling or to cleave. A dybbuk is considered to be a sticky, evil spirit, a deceased, disembodied malcontent who clings to a living person in order to find respite from its troubles. The phenomenon of being an otherworldly spirit has a long history in Judaism. In the book of Samuel, David rids King Saul of a spirit of melancholy from God by playing his harp. The idea of the dybbuk gained traction in the 16th century, when Kabbalah, flourishing in the northern Galilee city of Tzfat, promulgated ideas about the afterlife. Dybbuks are basically malevolent spirits looking for a warm body to call home. So, what could go wrong when buying a strange box with a dybbuk inside on? Hanged ghosts are created when a person commits suicide by hanging themselves, or if they are hung to death as punishment for their crimes. The slower and more painful the death, i.e. by slow suffocation rather than a quick snap of the neck, the more likely they will be to become a hanged. Hanged ghosts are said to haunt the area surrounding the place they committed suicide. They are often depicted with long red tongues hanging from their mouths, with a noose around their neck, and their feet dangling loose in the air. Legend says that if you ever come across a hanged ghost, you should never make eye contact with them, for if you do, they will lure you toward them in a mesmerized state and persuade you to hang yourself, too. In some versions, if a hanged ghost successfully persuades a person to hang themselves, their victim becomes a hanged ghost, and the original hanged ghost goes free. Ammit, a deity in ancient Egyptian religion, had a unique niche within the pantheon of gods. Unlike traditional gods and goddesses who were worshipped in hopes of divine favor, Ammit was a deity to be dreaded. She wasn't a god of fertility, love, war, or any other element of life. Instead, she held dominion over the fate of souls in the afterlife. Her very presence was a grim reminder of the consequences of leading an unjust life. Her name, which translates to devourer of the dead, or eater of hearts, offers a glimpse into her formidable role in the afterlife beliefs of the Egyptians. However, her purpose was to be feared and to ward off evil as a personification of divine retribution. This may be why she appeared as a composite of the three largest animals in ancient Egypt, which were known to be man-eaters or devourers of humans. However, Ammit is not just meant to fear, but also to inspire individuals to live by the principles of Ma'at, embodying concepts of truth, justice, order, and balance. The Grootslang, literally big snake or great snake, dwells in or around the Orange River in the Richtersveld, South Africa, in association with fabulous diamond deposits. Its home may be in the Orange River itself, a pool underneath the King George Cataract, a big rock, or as semi-mythical as the Wonder Hole or the Bottomless Pit. The cave is said to be the source of the diamonds of South Africa. From there they move down a pipe to the river, which carries them to the sea. Over time the Grootslang has accumulated elephantine features. This stems partly from the cryptozoological desire to connect it to the Mokelmbem and other such surviving dinosaurs, and partly from Rose's description of it as a huge, like an elephant, with the tail of a serpent. The Inkanyamba is a legend in South African mythology, where it is believed that a large serpent with a horse head lives in a lake near Pietermaritzburg. The local tribes believe it to be a terrifying creature which is particularly active in the summer months. The legend of the Inkanyamba originated paintings that were found in the province of KwaZulu-Natal. These animals have been referred to as rain animals due to their appearance during storms. The Inkanyamba is an aquatic creature that lives in lakes and rivers. It's believed to be over 20 feet long and resembles a snake or eel in all aspects except the head, which was clearly equine in nature. Many descriptions tend to swing between the head being that of a horse or that of a zebra. The monster is also said to have a horse-like manner on its head and a fin-like manner across its back. Are often portrayed as terrifying, supernatural entities that can sever their upper torso and sprout wings to fly in search of their prey. While it can be male or female, it is usually depicted as a female. A Mananangal typically consumes human blood and is particularly known for pregnant women. Using a proboscis-like tongue, this creature is said to have a penchant for feasting on the hearts and blood of fetuses. Locally known as Olgoy-Korkoy, large intestine worm, the Mongolian death worm has been an integral part of Mongolian folklore for centuries. According to the tales passed down through generations, the mythical creature is said to resemble a large, thick-bodied worm measuring anywhere from 2 to 5 feet. It possesses bright red or yellowish skin and corrosive, yellow saliva, a lethal poison known for its ability to instantly kill anyone who touches it. Mongolian nomads believe the giant worm covers its prey with an acidic substance that turns everything a corroded yellow color. Legend says that as the creature begins to attack, it raises half its body out of the sand and starts to inflate until it explodes, releasing the lethal poison all over the victim. The poison is so venomous that the prey dies instantly. Livestock and humans are supposed to be its main prey. Because Mongolia had been under Soviet control until 1990, very little was known about the death worm in the West. In recent years, investigators have been able to look for evidence of the creature's existence. Ivan Mackel, one of the leading Loch Ness Monster detectives, studied and interviewed many Mongolian people about the worm. Due to the sheer volume of sightings and strange deaths, he came to the conclusion that the death worm was more than just legend. A vampiric creature that, by night, detaches its head and organs from its body to go hunting for humans. To her victims, she appears as a detached head with a long, invisible tongue and exposed, tentacle-like entrails. As pervasive as she is terrifying, the Penanggalan has popped up throughout Laos, Cambodia, and Thailand, down through Malaysia and throughout Indonesia and the Philippines. She goes by different names and carries conflicting stories, but one thing is constant: she's always